Hey everybody, this is Rob with Empire Clan, just doing another actions video in anticipation for the next the next group raid. The solo raid has begun. We've already made some progression as a group to start accumulating our lovely torches. As you can see here, I've already got 34, already accumulated a buttload of freeze breath and dispel wind and scorching ray. So just getting prepared for it, trying to get ourselves stacked up so we can progress and hopefully get some people in the guild that awesome vengeful construct that they're actually giving away during the group raid. The way it's looking is that will probably any levels after 40 most likely be the 36 tier. Hopefully it's not the 40 tier, but hey, you know what, we're gonna shoot for it like we do every single time. Try working our way up there and hopefully maximize our reward for this event. The Immortal Knight's always a good card to get. Right now they're giving away the Revenant and the Solo. Not really too concerned with that. So if you look at it in my solo raids section here, why is it not loading? There it goes. Ooh, that's an interesting bug. Let's back out of that and see what the hell. Okay. What's going on here? Nordis, there you go. Alright, so as you can see, my Noelle is a level 7, so she does a astronomical amount of damage at that level, but that's not even near the top. If I get her to 8, I'll be able to do, looks like 10 million, is that the number right there? Yeah. Then after that, it just goes ridiculous. I don't know where they get their percentages at. I never really looked at it. I'm sure there's an algorithm they're using to demonstrate or to incentivize the levels, but that's crazy. I mean, you're talking 6 million, then to 10 million, then after 10 million it goes up to 24 million, and then after 24 million it goes up to 76 million. I mean, what the hell? So that's just a little bit crazy. But if you have a level 10 Noella, you don't even have to fight this damn thing. You just go all the way through, and you might have to fight towards the end, but let's see, the last battle is 210 million. So you really only have to go up to about, let's see here, is that 75? Not even that, 76? 75. So you can go all the way up to 75 without even lifting a finger. So you don't even have to do anything but just engage, let your special attack smash damage do its thing, and then from then on it's just coasting. I mean, you're talking 10 levels maybe that you have to go through in order to get to that point. Not even that. So it's crazy that they give that type of reward for it. But hey, you know what, at that juncture I guess you've invested enough time and money into this game to where you kind of deserve it, I guess. But I'm not at that level, probably never will be, because I'm not going to dump that kind of cash into this game. It is fun, but their packages are just not enticing enough. The one thing I will say with, like, say if you're comparing games to Castle Crush, this game comparable to Castle Crush, at least Castle Crush, even with all its faults and the lack of development from the programmers, at least when they do their weekly and the weekly like bundles or whatnot, they have like a $2 bundle. So for $1.99 you can buy what is it, like 10,000 not gems, 10,000 gold pieces, and you get reward chests in that. This, I think the cheapest you ever really see is like $5. They'll do $10 ones or even the $24 one, but here's the problem, is that the reward chests are based off of your level of your own level of your game. So like I'm a level 11, so they're like, okay, for you to really invest yourself in this game now, because you've built yourself up to that high, we're going to give you these crazy larger packages. However, they're more expensive. So I'll get a package that might be, I don't know, 25% more than a person who's like a level 8 or level 9, and their package is $9.99 because it's 25% less than what I'm getting. But for 25% more, I'm getting what? $24.99 cost package? That's insane. Like, why are you going to charge that much? I don't know. But that's just a little gripe of mine relative to the shop packages here. So like right now, they have the raid chest one, which is $24.99. I know somebody who has a level 9 account, and they're getting a package that's slightly less. I think they're getting, it's probably more like 75% less. So their gems, I think, are getting an offer of like 800 gems. But even then, though, I would buy an 800 gem chest for $10 for $9.99. The $24.99 option, that's not even giving me any alternative but to buy that one. That's kind of bullshit. Sorry, Nordis. You just enticed me more to where I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to invest $100 in this game a month, but I would probably invest, I don't know, maybe $10 every other week or every 2 weeks. So I would probably spend less and get less and be more frequent to purchase those than to spend more and get more, which you say is, yeah, it's a 2-time value, but I don't want a 2-time value. I sometimes I just want to maybe throw a $10 bill at this game, possibly. I don't know. So that's this word. If you're watching this kind of stuff, hear me out. You might get more purchases if you do it like that. But let's look at what we got going on here for the solo raid. So I've talked about this in a previous video, how the guild smash goes, or the smash damage goes. So this is the deck I'm using right now. Haven't had to actually use it, so to speak, because I haven't had to battle anything yet. But once I start engaging the spider, I'm going to use this. And the flow I'm doing here is just kind of using the commander to throw everything into one lane, take advantage of the fearless leader, and kind of boost that up. I'll probably throw in the soul leech in here just to kind of see how it works, because I'm probably going to send her. I haven't made that decision yet, and I'll get into that here in a few once I do a couple of these throws, if it starts. And it's not, the battle's not taking. What's going on here? Battle. What's going on here? Alright, let's try this again. I had to reboot the game. It's acting finicky. Alright, so let's do this. Let's see what happens. Alright, so the Broodling, not a Zuhul. It's looks like a Zuhul, but it's not a Zuhul. If anything, to be honest with you, it's more of a pain in the ass than the Zuhul is, because I don't know what it is, and maybe it's just me being paranoid, but as you get later in the levels and you're using your minions, they just seem like they move so much slower. Like, I don't know what it is. I have a suspicion. I can't prove it, but just keep an eye on this stuff when you're fighting in this thing, and just tell me what you're seeing. When you use certain minions in regular battle, you see their speed, you see how they move. Compare that to when these things are fighting against this Broodling. It just seems like it moves slower. I don't. If you notice the same thing, please leave it in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Again, I could be just paranoid, but I hate to suspect that, but I think to try to limit you from progressing naturally, they make your minions move slower. I hope that's not the case. I hope it's just me being paranoid and just really getting used to these things moving a bazillion miles a minute when you're fighting with your guild. And because, you know, you do all those blessings that make them just get enhanced, so your minions are like stomping down the field extremely fast and all that other nonsense. But it just appears to me that they're just slower. It could, again, I just could be paranoid. But if you noticed it yourself and you have your own suspicions, please share in the comments. I'd like to hear your opinion on it. Or you can just say, hey, Robert, you're paranoid. It could very well be being paranoid. What the hell? Oh, I forgot. I am now past that level. Okay, good. I'm sitting here getting so used to this killing this thing with one hit. Look at me. Alright, so that procrastination is probably going to do me some bad here, but we'll see. Alright, so I like using Trinity in this event for this stuff, because she just seems like she just hits so hard. Alright, this is going to be an easy kill. There you go. There I am, not paying attention. See what happens? Turn your head for a second. I didn't even turn my head. I was staring right at the screen. I wasn't even paying attention. I really, when I first saw it hit, I was like, wait a minute. Why didn't it kill it? I said, why is it still... did it glitch again? But no, it was just me. Alright, so good. Now I'm actually doing some damage here. Doing some actual aggression. Because to be honest with you guys, this gets a little boring when you just gotta press a button and it just destroys the guy. I don't like that kind of battling. I like to actually do some battle. I like to actually fight. Now, like I said in my previous video, you notice I'm not really paying too much mind to the actual aggressors toward the portal, because you kill this shit so fast, they don't have enough time to take down your portal. And plus, depending on the equipment that you're putting on your minions, some of it has portal regeneration. So it's why worry about that? Now, if you, for whatever reason, somehow let those red spiders get to your portal, or that blue spider, and just didn't pay it no mind, and you see it starting to chop down your portal health by like 5,000 a hit, I mean, you're talking the same amount of damage that would be coming from an abomination. Yeah, you might have a problem, and you might have to start using your fire scrolls. But I try to not use those scrolls during the solo campaign for as long as I can, because I want to take advantage of using any of my scrolls during the group campaign. Okay, boom. I'm gonna keep those in those lanes just because I want to kill these spiders if I can help it. Uh-oh, she's gonna grab my Trinity, you mutter. Alright, it's okay. Ugh. Okay, let's put some skellies down. And the skeletons, yeah, they might be a weak minion to use, but the reason for using the skeletons is to kind of boost the Bloodstalker, get him up to a strength there where he's just dominant. Same thing with the Soul Leech. Because of the stomp that this thing does, it kills all those little skeletons. And if you have a Soul Leech on the field, that Soul Leech is going to get boosted ridiculously. So you definitely want to take advantage of that if you can, if you have the chance to do so. So let's go ahead and be done with this. And sometimes I'll buy some extra ones if I got some. So I already bought a set of torches, so I'm not going to buy another set. But let's go ahead and see what's going on in donations. Give you hookup dens. And Zozier, I thought I gave you some of these, but I'll do some more. Maybe it didn't take it. I already hooked up that. Okay, so talked about my quests. Talked about what I'm going to be doing here a little bit. Let's talk about the Ascensions. So I can go all the way up to the top and get the Soul Leech maximized, but the event is putting me in a kind of a crossways, because I'm like, okay, do I want to focus on my normal battle enhancements with Ascensions, or do I want to do an Ascensions that's going to help with the guild raid? And what I mean by that is that I am really toying with the idea of using the Treant. Sounds a little crazy, doesn't it? But hear me out. So I've seen the Treant in battle, and I've seen what it does with its Ascension. And this bugger will heal people around him pretty aggressively. I mean, you're talking Wisp Mother style healing, but for everybody around him. So my theory was, what if we used that Ascension on him and then used him during the raid event? And you're going to have the Soul Leech, you're going to have the Bloodstalker, the Magic Construct, Valkyrie even, at the portal just doing crazy damage. And they're going, it's the spider's going to stomp the group. It's going to happen. But it doesn't always kill them. And because now you're using Noella this season, and Noella, let's be honest with you, for a raid, she sucks. She doesn't have any spells that really do anything to benefit the troops. Only thing she has is the spears, the ice spears that hit the spider if there's nothing in its way, because it likes to throw down all these little bastard minions in front of it. So I'm toying with the idea of boosting my Treant up, using the Treant for the raid, to kind of see if that methodology works. I asked my guild mates and got some feedback saying that it would work. So either they've tried it or they've seen it happen somewhere. But it might be worthwhile to try. So I'm toying with that idea. So in order to do that, though, I'd have to sacrifice some of my Ascensions, because I only have 1 point. I'd have to probably get rid of Lord Sumrak. And I was using Sumrak in my deck right now, but I'm going to go ahead and pull that back. That gives me 2 points. That will allow me to go ahead and boost the Treant and the Rolling Rocks, which that's not really anything fun. And yeah, so as much as I want to get the Soul Leech to be able to do group damage, because that's what her Ascension does, she'll actually attack area now when she swings. I really want to try this. So now what this means, though, is I have to boost up my Treant. So let's go ahead and look at my collection and see what I got here. So let's see here. Where'd my Treant go? Where's he at? There he is. Okay. So he's only level 8. So I typically do not like powering up or boosting minions when it's not an option available for the daily tasks, because I don't like to waste opportunity to complete a daily task, because I know I'm going to get to the point to where it's going to say boost a minion and I don't have anybody to boost. So I would hope the game's logic would say, okay, you don't have anybody to boost, so we're not going to make that a requirement, but it's going to happen, I know it. Plus I'm wasting gold resources that I really want to use for the guild raid, because I like to use the boosts, but I just don't see how I can without I got to get him to at least level 10. I just don't see him being productive at level 9, and he would be the only minion besides the commander in my group that will not be at a level 10. So I want that to happen. So I will try that later, and maybe, just maybe, I'll record that for everybody to see, so we can have that and see how it works in action. And I got a new artifact here. Where's that? I got so many artifacts, guys. And some of you guys are probably watching and say, Jesus, Robert, why do you got so many artifacts? I don't like to get rid of crap unless I have to. I'm sorry. The only reason I even getting rid of the equipment is because the game now forces it, which I'm happy, because that makes sure I keep my forging dust up. But unless I really have to do it, I don't like to get rid of it, because they give so much variety with the stuff. I want to make sure I have the appropriate equipment for the task at hand, and I don't think deleting all the other equipment you have just because you want to have it for a specific deck. I want versatility with my possibilities, and I want the appropriate equipment to help me with that. And I'm also hoping one day that maybe Nordis might hear me out and say, hey, you guys can make your own artifacts by merging this one with this one. You know, maybe you deconstruct an artifact, and when you deconstruct it, you get little elements that you can use to develop your own artifact that then you could cater to the strategy you're doing. That, to me, makes perfect sense. But, you know, we'll see. It's still a younger game, so they'll eventually come to that. So, going back to this strategy I have here, since I did not keep my Lord Sumrak enhancement, do I want to keep him in my deck? And the first response to me is yes, I do want to keep him. I don't want to get rid of him. So I think I'll just still keep my deck the way it is. I'll still change that back, because apparently there's nothing special that I have obtained that allows me to change my deck. So I'm going to continue to run with this deck, and let's see how it rolls, guys. I had success, I've had some failure. The Earthquake spell seems to be working out for me very well, so I'm going to keep running with that instead of the Lightning. The Lightning is a very, very good spell, but at this juncture, with all of this bullshit going on with these silly ass spammy decks, it just doesn't make sense to keep it. Oh, I would have probably did that in the middle lane, but solve that problem. Alright, there. Oh, taking care of the skellies, huh? I'm shocked he didn't want to get rid of that. Oh, man, I should have held that. That's fine. He hasn't took care of the ones on top, and he just did. I was wondering when you were going to do that. Okay, let's see here. Oh, you're another one of these guys? Well, at least I got them both. Okay. Alright, so let me take care of that. Let me put them down. And here we rock and roll. Let's see if I can put my... Alright, so he should be able to handle that. Probably not, there. But there's so many damn skeletons now over there, he's not going to know what to do with it. So I got 23 seconds to... Oh, come on. To do some damage before he does another rain. Those guys should be enough to kill him down there. Nope. And here comes the rain, so now I just gotta hold back. And I am going to let him do his thing. He's gonna wait now, but I don't know if that waiting's a good thing. Oh, there you go. Oh. Alright, come on. Let's pound, 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 pound. And the skeletons are now gonna do their job, taking care of him, which is perfect. He's doing his thing up there with his archer, but see now, since he's wasted that spell. I'm going to put him there. He's got another one he's about to put right in front of him. Watch. Let's see, I'm going to let them do damage down there. I'm going to let them do that so he starts to grow. And I could give two shits about them doing that stuff down there because I want him to do damage, but now I'm going to kill them because I don't want them doing too much. There we go. Okay. So when you're using this Vengeful Construct, you have to now start making concessions on lanes you want to attack. One of the things I figured out with this guy is put him on the field, and this is very important for when we start getting to the Ascension time where there isn't, well, not Ascensions, but when he's no longer buffed. Because right now he's buffed up to a level 11. After this period goes, he's not going to be buffed to level 11 anymore. You're not going to have that luxury. So now you got to start realizing how to actually play with him. So this is going to be after he's no longer buffed. That's where you're going to take the experienced players versus the inexperienced players. And there are differentials between players that are experienced and inexperienced, because you have ones that just have high ass levels that don't know how to play the deck. But then you have some that actually have medium to lower tiered levels cards, but do know how to play the deck, and their strategy will, obliterate certain people. So I've been one of them. I've been like, holy shit, this guy really just blew me out of the water because he just knew how to play. And also the game sometimes gives you a little bit of an extra benefit. They want you to either lose because you're trying to do your 8 in a row, or they want you to get they want to give the other player the benefit. So they mess with the rotation. That's just my opinion. I can't prove that, but anybody who's played this game long enough can see that the deck sometimes gets favored by, for one reason or another, to the opponent. And that's fine. I don't have to win them all. I'm not worried about winning them all. It would be nice I don't lose to a BS battle, but again, you gotta take what you get. But either way, I digress. But yeah, you gotta understand how to play him, and the way to play him is to ensure that if you're going to use him, especially if you haven't taken Portal Death, sacrifice a lane. You give your opponent I guess, what is it? The illusion of success, right? Oh, he's got the Ascended. He's got the one I wanted. He got the Ascended Soul Leech. Darn it. There, kill him. There you go. I knew you were going to do that anyway. Alright, so I got to do this. I got to do this. Hopefully, yeah, killed her first, which is fine. I'm not worried about him in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and use my Bloodstalker, which I think is better. And let's go ahead and try. Oh, he's using the Wisp Mother like I was doing. I really miss that. I loved using the Wisp Mother spell or Ascension. That to me was such a cool trick. I regret getting rid of that Ascension, but I had to. You gotta sometimes commit to a path, guys. And I knew I was not going to stay on the path. On the right in the Ascension power. It just, there wasn't enough to entice me to stay on that path. So let's go ahead and look at it right quick. So the Wisp Mother was a good one for the early stages of the Ascensions, but when it comes down to the Arcana, the only ones I would want would have been the Elite Warriors and the Revenant. The Reflector would have been a benefit, but they're so high up the pagoda, it doesn't make sense. I just wouldn't invest the time. I was interested to try her and see the Shadow Hunters, and I have not seen her Ascension yet. So I would have liked to have seen that. But yeah, my path right now is this, because there's just so much opportunity here. Even if it wasn't really for the spammy stuff, you got Fire Imp, you have the Valkyrie, you have the Viper. Those three alone are enough to make you just go down that path. And then you have the extra speed for the Abominations, which is a plus. It's not really that much of a big deal. But the Undead Raid with spam strategy, I mean, it's just, you can then throw them up on the field and this makes more sense. With the Realm category, the Freeze, the Frost Imp, that is one I'd love to have. The Immortal Knight, but again, look how high they are. It's just, they're so far up, and it's just, they're cheaper. So when you look at it from a numerical standpoint, you're not spending as much in points as you would on this guy. Because look at the Undead Warlord. He's 3. He costs 3. These guys, there's not one at all that's 3. Majority of them are 1. And then you have, of course, the 2s, but those are nothing. So you could actually go this route and be very successful spanking everybody around. And then you have more you can migrate into this section here. You can move in to Arcane. So you'd probably want to do a combination of Realm and Arcane, the Arcana. So that's, if you're not going to go this route, definitely do a combo of these two. The Fire Bitch is not worth it. Do not waste your time on that. The Colossus is, I think, fun. I mean, it would be a cool little element to add, but if you had to stop, I would say probably do Frost Imp. Of course, you get to Alchemist to do Frost Imp, and then get the Fearless Leader because he freezes the lanes, and then stop, and then go this route. Go over here. And you can even introduce some spam if you want to and get the Elite Warriors, opposed to using her, because I think the pressure you'll put on with the overwhelming cost of all these things, you would never need to use her. And that's just my opinion. So, all right, so let's go back to fighting, because I'm sure you guys will want to hear another lesson about the about the Ascension Tower. And if you haven't yet, guys, and you're watching this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And you know, the channel needs some additional subscribers. I'm growing. I've grown pretty quick over the past week or two, so I appreciate all the additional subscribers, and I appreciate the support for the channel, for all my peers that are. Why is it not going on? So it's been fun. Just again, this was an experiment just to kind of see how it would go, and so far so good. I'm getting good feedback, and people seem to be enjoying the vids. So I appreciate you guys taking some time out of your life to watch my channel. So let's keep it going. And if there's any recommendations for a vid or suggestions, please pass it through. I'd be more than happy to try to introduce some into my channel. All right, so this was kind of smart. Still got rid of her, which she was the problem. That was a good use of the spells. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take care of the top lane with the spell. All right, so I'm gonna put him down just to kind of be a pain. Then I'm gonna put somebody behind him or behind her, just because. See, now that so I still have damage being done. The poison's going on, which is fine. But now I'm gonna protect him from the spam that's gonna probably be coming. See, and she's just far enough, and she's deflecting, and she's hitting them both. And I was just gonna do that just for shits and giggles. And he's too strong. The Valkyrie was enough to kill him, and there you go. Sorry, Yusuf. Let me just double check to see if that wasn't a bot. No, real person. Yusuf. France. Yusuf from France. Alright, let me claim my rewards here. Alright. What are you gonna give me? Ah, Executioner. Haven't used him really in a long time. It's not a bad card though. He's, for some strange reason, got tougher. He seems like he's tougher. I guess maybe it's just the, ooh, look at that, out of a 3-hour. That's fucking Trinity. You saw me get her the other day. So see what they do, they start throwing certain ones at you. Funny. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so let's do one more, guys. Surely. Level 11. I know that color, so I know the guild. This might not be my last vid, last battle. I might lose. Fire. I'm using the fireball and using the lava. Okay, that was probably not the best idea, but I probably didn't have any option. Alright, so lava's coming, but I'm going to go ahead and take that out just to put some pressure down. Alright, there's the Valkyrie, or the Revenant. I'm going to poison your Revenant, which is a level 12. Pretty impressive. There you go. So I kept my field. And you're probably asking, why have I not, why didn't I do my Bloodstalker there? Well, it's because of that stupid fireball. And he's probably going to use it on him because he's about to kill his archer. So he's holding on. There you go. See? He had to eventually. And see, that's what I was waiting for. So now I'm going to use my Bloodstalker to put down some some strength. I'm getting rid of the Valkyrie. I'm not Valkyrie. I keep calling it Valkyrie. I'm sacrificing my Revenant. Ooh. Man. And I was using that too. Alright. So I'm going to throw in this lane. Going to use that. And he's just too tough. Watch, this isn't going to kill him. He won't be able to kill him. But I'm just trying to do some damage. Ah! Damn it. That was my fault. Alright, get rid of her because she's the problem. And so you know that thing is strong as hell when it can handle. It took the attack from Trinity. Alright, I gotta put him down now. Ooh. There you go. Bam, get out of here. Alright, so I gotta be careful because I know he has another one of those Sumraks. He doppeled my Sumrak? Alright, I want it to kill the nope. I was looking to kill that guy. Alright, so he's poisoned, so I'm not worried about him. He's gonna have to do something here, because now my spam is just gonna start going ass wild here. It'd be nice if I would have had a Bloodstalker at this point, but that wouldn't make sense, would it? So I'm just throwing the spam down. I'm not... I could have called my harder stuff, but I'm just doing spam at the moment because I just want to... Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Oh, there's my fucking Bloodstalker. See the Bloodstalker now? Look at that shit. Tell me this isn't get played out like it's like intentional. Can you say somebody's getting a lucky hand here? So I have to put him there. And this is where, in these scenarios, I wish I had the freeze. Man, I might have just called myself to lose here. Because now he's got stuff that's pushing me back, and I don't have any way to counter it. Look, and he's got that Revenant up there. See, I made myself lose here. This is my fault. So I got to eliminate this shit. Spam it again. He's gonna kill my... Yeah, look. Damn it. That Revenant is what got me. He's got a level 12 Revenant that was powerful. I got too cocky for a second. I was doing nothing but spam, and I should have put down my power players. Alright, Sholey, you won that because of me. Wow. Only lost one trophy? That can't be right. How would I only have lost one trophy? That was weird. Anybody else see that? Huh. That is odd that I only lost one trophy. I had more trophies than him. I should have lost a lot more than that. That is weird. Anybody know why? Can you leave that in the comments and explain that? Because I've never seen that before. I should have lost like 32 or whatever it is. Alright, this is a bot. And remember, guys, how you know. They always start with rushy horseshit. And then they try to overwhelm you. See what they're doing here? The mallet's coming. But he's waiting to see what I'm going to put down. So I'm going to put down the Viper. He's going to mallet that lane. Just because of the Viper. No, he didn't. Okay. Alright, so the freeze should not hurt him so much, but I'm waiting. That was smart. If you're a bot, that was actually pretty brilliant. Doing what you just did there. So that should kill all his little babies. Slowed it down at least too. So the skeleton should finish that off. Alright. Alright, so this probably isn't a bot, because bots are usually more calculated than that. And what he just did was not as calculated as a traditional bot would be. Alright, good. Thank you, Revenant. Alright, so interesting. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do that because now he's going to hit that, but it'll be strong enough to handle that attack now. So I'm going to take care of the top lane, put him down there, and this should be it. Because I don't think he has the... Ugh! Not strong enough. And of course this is ascended as well. Die. No, he put another one there. Wow. Okay. Get two for... Yeah, this is... Alright, so this player is either not very experienced, or it's a bot that didn't know how to deal with the deck it's got in his hand. That is a possibility sometimes where the bot just is not familiar enough with the card ascensions, and so it doesn't know how to play it. See, now I got 31 out of that, so why did that guy not get more than one from me? That makes me suspicious. Odd. Okay. Let's look at this, see what is a bot. Let's double check. Chaos Generation. Just did it. Yeah, that was a real person, man. Dude. I don't know if you're familiar enough with the ascensions you're using. No. Odd. Alright, well, there you have it, guys. We are going to be pushing tomorrow as a guild, so hopefully we'll make some huge progress. Maybe I'll do a vid with me actually doing it with the guild tomorrow. We'll see. But you get to see the guild push forward. Hopefully we can get that new Vengeful construct. We'll see how it goes. If you have any questions or anything about the ascension path right now that we talked about, or even with the raid, if you have some questions relative to how to engage in the solo raid or whatnot, or what I'm doing to kind of battle that, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer it in the comments. I am going to try the Treant strategy, so hopefully I can show you guys that and demonstrate success, because if it's successful, then that's an awesome ascension for the raids. Always realize when they put this stuff out there, there's a purpose for everything they put out there. All these ascensions have a purpose, and it's not always the one-on-one battles. Sometimes these ascensions, I think, are designed for certain events, like the Rolling Rocks. The Rolling Rocks are meant for the flag. The ascensions for the Fire Imp is designed to counter spam. So those are there for a purpose. So we just got to figure out the purpose of them. And the Treant to me stands out like a sore thumb. It makes me think that there's something to that relative to the raids. So I'm gonna try it out, see if it works. If it works, then we got something under our belt now that we can utilize. If it doesn't, it didn't cost me anything. I'll just, except for maybe 100 gems, because I got to pull the ascensions back off that thing and use it for the path I was on and get that soul leech back to where I wanted her to be. So other than that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, share it with your friends, leave a comment in the comment section, and like I always say, stay safe, stay sharp, and until next time, guys, talk to you soon.